Welcome to the session of Marketing Information Systems and Sales Order Processes. At the end of this session, you will be able to describe non-integrated sales processes of Snacker Company, discuss solutions to the non-integrated processes at Snacker Company, and discuss the advantages of sales and distribution in SAP ERP system. Let's learn about Snacker. Snacker is a fictitious company that manufactures and sells healthy snack bars, including NRG A and NRG B for advanced energy and bodybuilding proteins, respectively. One of the focal points of Snacker's activities is the marketing and sales. This is because the company's only source of revenue is by marketing and selling the snack bars. In fact, the Snacker's marketing and sales information systems are not well integrated with company's other information systems. Therefore, there is inefficiency in the company-wide use of the transaction data. Snacker Company has two sales divisions, namely the wholesale division and direct sale division. There are certain problems with the Snacker sale processes, namely the incorrect pricing, excessive calls to the customer for information, delays in processing orders, missing the delivery dates, and so on. Now, what could be the reasons for such problems? Snacker has separate information systems throughout the company for three functional areas, namely sales order system, warehouse system, and accounting system. There are high number of transactions that are being handled manually. Moreover, the information stored in the three systems above is not available in real time at all. The entire sales process involves a series of steps that require coordination between sales, warehouse, accounting, and receiving, as you see in the figure here. The current quotation process in the Snacker Company is paper-based process. Therefore, sales quotations can be written up on a three-part form. The original may go to the customer. The first copy may be faxed, then mailed to the sales office. Salesperson keeps the second copy for the personal records. During this process, there can be common problems that can occur, which include salesperson may make an arithmetic error or even offer some incorrect discounts, or the customer may order before the copy of the quotation is being faxed or emailed. Sometimes the faxed copy may not be legible. When customers place an order, they usually inquire about the delivery date. To get a shipping date, the sales clerk must contact the warehouse supervisor and ask whether the customer's order can be immediately shipped from inventory or whether shipping will be delayed until a future production run is delivered to the warehouse. Now, once the sales clerk has the warehouse supervisor's estimated shipping date, she or he can determine the shipping method and how long the delivery will take. Suppose if the order is from an existing customer, the clerk checks a paper report from accounting that shows the customer's current balance, credit limit, and available balance. Perhaps because the report is generated weekly, it might not reflect a customer's most recent payments or orders. Once the order details have been finalized, the sales clerk enters the order into the order entry system. This computer program performs four important tasks. Firstly, stores the customer order data for sales analysis, prints out the packing list and the shipping labels for the warehouse, produces data file to create the invoices or the bills, provides data file for accounting department for financial, tax and managerial accounting purposes. In the warehouse, the packing lists and shipping labels are printed in the sales department twice a day. These are handled by hand to the warehouse, where they are manually stored into small orders and large orders. The picker then brings the snack bar boxes to the small order parking area, where they are prepared for shipping by a small package shipper. Now, for large orders, the picker will use a forklift in order to move the appropriate number of shipping cases to the large order packing area, which may be delivered by the delivery trucks. To manage the inventory levels in the warehouse, Fitter Snacker uses a PC database program. Fitter Snacker usually keeps the inventory levels fairly low, and the inventory levels change rapidly during the day. The picker might go to the shelves to pick an order and discover that there are not enough of the desired type of snack bars to fill the order. In order to determine what can be done in this situation, the order picker should be having conversations with the warehouse supervisor, production supervisor, and the sales clerk. Invoicing the customer is another problem. First, the data from the current order entry system is only loaded into the accounting system at the end of each day. So what happens? The accounting department does not have the information on the new sales orders until the following day. In addition, clerks must manually make adjustments in both the order entry system and the accounting system for partial shipments and for any other changes that have been occurred during the order fulfillment process. Many times, these corrections are not made in both the systems. That will cause lots of discrepancies that must be corrected at the month end, at which point it is more difficult for the parties involved to remember what had happened. Delayed order corrections also result in late or inaccurate invoices. Lots of problems happen in receiving customer payments as well. Customers may not return the invoice copy with the payment. That makes it harder to match the payment to the customer order. Customer may pay correct amount even if invoice was not correct, but definitely that requires some kind of investigation by the accounting department. Usually, the customer gets 2% discount for a timely payment. But how do you make sure that? This definitely requires manual effort. There is a chance that the customers may return the out-of-date or spoiled snack bars or the damaged ones or the defective cases. Customer can receive a credit for the returned items. The customer is supposed to get a returned material authorization or RMA number from the Fitter Snacker in order to put on the defective snack bars before shipping them back. Without the RMA number, Fitness receiving department does not know how to process the returned materials. That makes it difficult and even time consuming in order to credit the proper account. What if the payments or the return credits are not properly credited? Then the snacker may believe that a customer is over their credit limit. And what happens? It may block a sales order that should be processed and also send a dunning letter that shouldn't have been sent. So, we have come across lots of problems with snacker's sales process. What could be the solutions? The solution is by utilizing the sales and distribution in ERP system. An ERP system can improve a company's sales order processes in several ways. Because an ERP system uses a common database, it can minimize the data entry errors and also provide accurate information in real time to all the users. The advantage in the SAP ERP sales and distribution module is that it treats the sales order processes as a cycle of events. What are they? Pre-sales activities, sales order processing, inventory sourcing, delivery, billing, and payment. In pre-sales activity phase, the customers can get pricing information about the company's products either through an inquiry or a sales quotation. Pre-sales activities also include marketing activities such as tracking customer contacts, including sales calls, visits, and mailing. A company can also maintain the customer data in the ERP system and generate the mailing lists based on specific customer characteristics. Definitely that will enhance the targeted marketing efforts. Sales order process can start by pulling out the data from the inquiry or the quotation. What is the advantage? You can take data directly from the inquiry or quotation that the customer has approved. Definitely that will minimize the errors. Here, any information that had been collected from the customer to support the quotation is immediately included in the sales order. The process will also include the recording of the items to be purchased. Moreover, users can define various pricing alternatives in the SAP ERP system. Say for example, a company can use product-specific pricing such as establishing the quantity discounts for a particular item or for a particular customer and so on. And the complete process will be done automatically by the ERP system based on the configuration settings. During sales order processing, the SAP ERP system checks the accounts receivable tables in the SAP ERP database to confirm the customer's available credit. In inventory sourcing, the inventory records and the production plans can be checked in order to determine whether there is sufficient material available in order to deliver to the customer's order on time. Now this available to promise ATP check includes the shipping times and also considers weekend and holiday shutdowns. System can also recommend an increase in the planned production if there is a shortfall that is going to be expected. In billing, SAP ERP system creates an invoice by copying the sales order data into the invoice document. Accounting can print this document, mail it, fax it, or transmit it electronically to the customer. Accounting records are updated at this point. Finally, when the customer sends in a payment, it is automatically processed by the system. It debits the cash and credits the customer's account. Timely recording of this transaction has an effect on the timeliness and accuracy of any subsequent credit checks for the customer. Thus, we conclude that Snacker's marketing and sales could be improved by using